And we're back, checking out the Monk now, and I'm going to be kind of pushing to do a lot more videos here now that it's been confirmed by Blizzard that the pre-patch comes out on the 19th of July here. So there's going to be a lot more videos coming out here soon. I'm going to try and get a couple out, at least get out like the one or two classes on Saturday here. Though they'll be coming a little bit later in the day, as you'll obviously be seeing here, and probably going to release them a little bit closer together as well, instead of like an hour apart. So I'm just trying to find a good spot to kind of start doing things, and let's see here. I actually want to get over to Jade Forest area here. But so we're checking out the Monk, and we're going to start with the DPS spec here. So kind of like I did with the Paladin, I'm going to go DPS, tank, and then healer. Excuse me. So we're going to start here with the Windwalker. It's a martial artist without peer who pummels foes with hands and fists. And we've got Tiger Palm here. It's a melee attack, generates 2 chi. Rising Sun Kick spends 2 chi, short cooldown on it. Blackout Kick, melee attack spends 1 chi. Fists of Fury, very strong melee attack with a cooldown that spends 3 chi. Roll, you just roll a short distance. And Storm, Earth, and Fire, ability that splits your body into 3 spirits, each attacking a different target. And I've already got my talents all picked out. I was actually recording before and lost it, so man, I almost want to just fly around on this character and take a look at the scenery in the background while I'm doing this. But let's head into the talents. So level 15, we've got Chi Burst, so it hurls a torrent of Chi energy up to 40 yards forward, dealing some nature damage to all enemies and healing the monk and all allies in its path. For some, Eye of the Tiger, this is the one that I went with. As I've said numerous times before, I like the passive stuff. So we got, it applies Eye of the Tiger, makes Tiger Palm apply Eye of the Tiger, dealing nature damage to the enemy and healing the monk over 8 seconds. So I kind of like that because I think that it works well as a solo tool in particular. So when you're just running around out in the world, something like Chi Burst or Chi Wave actually might be good for when you're in a party. And let's see here. Looks like it shows it's marked something here. I'll use that Fists of Fury. Yeah, so that actually does a lot of damage. Anything good? Oh, plate. Can't wear it, can't use that. Alright. And not gonna hit. Okay. Really like how that effect looks. Yeah, so I went with Eye of the Tiger. Like I said, kind of better soloing thing in my opinion. We got a Chi Torpedo here, replaces roll. Torpedoes you forward a long distance, increases your movement speed by 30% for 10 seconds after you use it, and it stacks up to 2 times. And in the current game, it also does like a little bit of healing to you and damage to enemies. Looks like they took that away here. Tiger's Lust increases a friendly target's movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds and removes all roots and snares. And Celerity reduces the cooldown of a roll by 5 seconds, increases the maximum number of charges by 1. So you get 3 charges out of it, and it recharges a little bit faster. Alright, and so that's the one that I went with because I like having more rolls basically. And since this doesn't do damage anymore, so roll never did as far as I know, but so since this no longer does damage, I decided against it. And then this one, increased friendly targets movement speed by 70%, and I don't like things that, I don't like very many utility things that are so specific, I guess. And you have to actively use them. So that's why I went with this one. Just gets me an extra roll so I can roll around and have fun more. Over here we've got Energizing Elixir for the first level 45 one here. Chug an Energizing Elixir, refilling all your energy and chi. Increases maximum chi by 1 and energy regen by 10%, so that's the one I went with. Because I just like that passive, what it does, basically. And then power strikes every 15 seconds, your next Tiger Palm generates an additional chi. So I just like kind of having the extra energy regen and everything, and having an extra max chi there. And so that's the one I went with. Down here we've got Ring of Peace. Form a Ring of Peace around the friendly target for 8 seconds. Enemies in the ring that use a harmful spell or ability will be knocked out of the ring. And I guess I probably have to pick up the quest in... Yeah, I probably have to pick it up in Stormwind to actually be able to do the stuff here. Or maybe I already did it? I don't remember though. I really like that effect. So let's kill some evil entity stuff. And roll. And roll.
It is too far away.
Roll. Okay. Okay, and then we got Dizzying Kick. So Blackout Kick also reduces the target's movement speed by 70% for 3 seconds. And Leg Sweep knocks down all enemies within 5 yards, stunning them for 5 seconds. So I personally kind of like that one, and decided to go with that. Stunning is almost always a good choice. Next up we got Healing Elixir. So drink a Healing Elixir, heals you for 15% of your maximum health. Healing Elixir will automatically trigger if you drop below 35% health and a charge is available. So I've got that right here. It has 2 charges. So you can just pop them right back to back. Looks like they don't actually even have a cooldown at all, like not even the global one. So that's kind of actually nice about that. Diffuse Magic reduces magic damage you take by 60% for 6 seconds, and transfers all currently active harmful magic effects on you back to their original caster if possible. Meaning if they're dead, of course, it won't do anything. Dampen Harm reduces all damage you take by 30% from the next 3 attacks that damage you for 15% or more of your maximum health, and it's castable while stunned. Personally, I just don't... I feel like it has too many conditions on it. So damage is reduced, so I use it, and damage is reduced on the next 3 attacks that do a specific amount of damage to me. So like that's only going to be real pertinent if I'm fighting like a boss by myself, or something. Because if I'm in a dungeon, the tank should be taking care of things there. So I felt like it's just too situational, and that's why I went with this one. So it's something like if I'm taking damage, I can just heal myself a bit. And this one here, we got Rushing Jade Wind. Summons a whirling tornado around you, causing a bunch of damage, or well, some damage over 5.5 seconds to enemies within 8 yards. So I went with that one. It costs 1 chi. The other options here were, it's like watching those little trails do their dance around. Alright, invoke Zuin, the White Tiger. It summons an effigy of Zuin, the White Tiger, for 45 seconds. It attacks your primary target and hits 3 other enemies within 10 yards with Tiger Lightning, which does nature damage. And then we've got a hit combo, so each successive attack that triggers combo strikes. So that's a passive ability that the monk has here, where if I use a different ability for each attack, then I do more damage with them. Like, so if I use, just as an example, if I do like Tiger Palm and then Blackout Kick does more damage then because I'm using a different ability. So let's actually see here. So do 2, 3. Okay, I guess it doesn't show it on the tooltips, but pull it up here. That's what it does. So abilities deals 26% more damage when they are not a repeat of the previous ability. So basically, each attack that triggers that grants a 2% increased damage stacking up to 8 times. So basically, it just, I guess the percentage goes up from 26. Reason I don't like it is because I might actually do like 2 Tiger Palms in a row before doing a blackout kick, or before doing, or to get enough chi to do like Fists of Fury or something like that. And so I don't know, I don't see it as being as beneficial as it sounds. And so I like this because it's, hey, you know, it uses 1 chi, so it's not super expensive, and I can do a decent amount of damage with it there. Okay, oh, that's kind of cool. You can make the things stand still, or appear like they stand still. Like rotating counterclockwise. Nice. And then, and this is what the thing is here, is the chi orbit. So every 5 seconds, an orb of energy forms and rotates around me until it impacts an enemy, dealing some damage to all nearby enemies. So it's like an explosive thing. See? And then it maxes out at 4 orbs. That's actually really cool that I can do that, because they're trying to keep in the same relative position to me. That's entertaining. Alright, and then if I spin this way, they appear to blend into one. Alright, and then next up was Whirling Dragon Punch. Devastating Whirling Upward Strike deals some damage, decent amount of damage to all nearby enemies. Only usable while Fists of Fury and Rising Sun Kick are on cooldown. So I believe that to me sounds like I have to use Fists of Fury and use Rising Sun Kick, then it becomes available. So it's another one of those, the ability sounds cool, but it feels too situational to me to want to have it there, because I'd have to remember, like, oh yeah, if I want to use this thing that does a bunch of damage, I gotta do this and then this also to be able to use it. I just don't like that. So I like this thing because I just explode enemies a little bit every now and then. And then last we have Serenity. So instead of, actually use that, yeah, cool. So you can actually see here. And then if you use it again, it tells them, like, so if I have a target, it directs them to attack it directly. Otherwise, they normally don't. Alright. And so this changes that ability. Enter an elevated state of mental and physical serenity for 8 seconds, and basically do extra damage, and or damage and healing are increased by 40%, and all chi consumers are free and have 50% reduced cooldown. So I can just use, like, I can just pop Fist of Fury, I can hit Rising Sun Kick and Blackout Kick, and just like Rushing Jade Wind, just pop everything like all at once. So I liked that idea, but it only lasts for 8 seconds. And so that's why I have, I guess you could say, a problem with it. I mean, that's probably not the best way to put it, but again, it's one of those, like, I like the passive stuff. I think this is a pretty decent one that I actually have here, because I just walk into enemies and the stuff explodes. Get over here. I'm trying to kill you with explosions. There you go. So I rather like, I'm pretty happy with the abilities that I chose there with it. I think I might actually run as DPS on this character as well, something I just haven't really done with the monk since I first created it, and then I boosted it to 90 when it was only like level 15 or something, when I pre-ordered Warlords of Draenor, because I was like, hey, you know, let's give the monk a chance, let's just level it up. And then I would decide to go tank and heal, though I never really healed on him. But that's just kind of what I did. And then also, I kind of like the effect, in case you couldn't tell by my commenting on it every now and then here and there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be checking out the tank spec next on here for the monk. And if you did like the video, don't forget to tick that like button, and don't forget to tick that subscribe button as well, so you get updates when new content drops on the channel here. And do remember that there is no IRL, just AFKs, and we'll see you next time that Amo plays World of Warcraft. Peace out!